I learned something new this week in the wrestling entertainment world. The term for a 2-on-2 match is called a tag team if you tag one person in, one person out. But if it is all 4 members in the ring, it's called a tornado tag match. So today we're doing a tornado tag match of the Michino Boston Bag versus the Row Astra Bag. And this is Battle of the Boston Bags 2. And hi, if you're new here, my name is Elaine, and on my channel, I like to talk about bags from mid-range to vintage luxury. And if you are returning, thank you so much for your support and viewership. And as you saw in the thumbnail and title, and as I just talked about, we are going to be comparing the Michino Boston Bag in the PM and MM size with the Row Astra Bag in the smaller size. They just call it the Astra, and the Astra Bowling Bag. So I did do 2 reviews, separate reviews. So I did a Michino review, I also did an Astra review, and I'll put them up here. But I did get a lot of questions from subscribers asking for me to compare these 2 bags. So thank you guys so much for the suggestion. So as you can tell, I am a big fan of the Boston bag, or basically any bag that has a long shoulder strap and sort of a squarish body. I got these 2 fairly recently. I've had this Michino one for a while, and I guess size-wise, I would say the Michino PM size is probably most like the Astra Bowling Bag in terms of size. I will put the dimensions up above, but as you can tell, the Michino Boston Bag is just slightly shorter. The handles, the Astra Bag is maybe about 1 inch longer, but both fit very easily over the shoulder, no problem. So yeah, I'll take a quick look. And so if the PM of the Michino bag is similar to the larger size of the Astra Bowling Bag, then of course the MM size is much larger than any of these bags. And the smaller Astra Bag is the smallest of all these bags. So I guess more than anything, I won't really go over the specifics. I really won't go over the specifics. Wow, I'm having trouble today. I have a little bit of a cold. I don't know if you can tell, but yes, my brain is in sort of a fog here. But all right, I already went over the details of each of these bags in their respective reviews, so I'm not really going to go over that much. So when I did do the Battle of the Boston Bags, I didn't compare these 2 because I didn't have the Astras yet. I just had the Michino. I had an Hermes Plume, I had a March Sherwood Boston Bag, and then I compared it with the Row East West India Bag. So check that out if you want a comparison of any of those bags. But when I were talking specifically about these 2 bags, rectangular bags with long shoulder straps, you might be like, well, what's the difference? So I think overall, if you want a more durable bag, then the Michino Paris one is the one for you. The leather itself is a Clement type leather, which is a bull calf pebbled leather. So it's much more durable, less likely to scratch, and less likely to stain. Also has feet, has a strapper keeper. To me, I think as like a workhorse, I would go for the Michino bag. If you want to be able to fit a laptop, then you have to go with the MM size. The PM size does not fit a laptop. So I like these for sort of a daily work type of bag. If you're going to be using it day in, day out, I would go with the Michino one. Why would you choose the Astra then? I think where the Astra wins is on the luxury of it. Just the lambskin feel, you know, it's lambskin both inside and out. It's a very malleable bag. Lately, I've been using this one more because it fits all my essentials. It's just right in terms of sizing, and I like the feel of it under my arm. I love the squishiness. I love the luxuriousness of it, but no feet, no strapper keeper, and the straps are sewn straight into the bag. So yes, over time, you could see some wear and tear, or if you really weigh it down with a lot of heavy things and cause like stress and tension on these straps, it could, you know, possibly rip out. It is a more delicate bag overall versus here you can see they have the square rings here. It does make it easier to flap down the straps. Michino excels usually on design and function. I think the Row is more of a luxury, but it still has sort of its own uses and purposes. Like if I'm looking for a bag that really can go from day to night, I might actually lean towards the Astra, because the Astra, with the look of it and the suppleness of it, it can, you know, turn into a clutch that looks a lot more functional than, say, the Michino bag. The Michino bag will always sort of be a shoulder bag, especially at this size, but also with the leather. The leather also does make it a little bit heavier with the Michino bags. It is lined with chev leather on the inside, which makes it super durable. I think if you might be a little bit more sensitive to bags that patina or will scratch, I think, again, the Michino one might be a better option. The pebble leather on the outside is a lot more durable. I mean, so far, I've been using this all week and there's nothing, but I'm also really not too rough and tumble with this one, especially the smaller size I think is fine because it really tucks right under your arm, so there's not a lot of it sticking out back. This larger size, I did not really use, I mean, I used it a little bit, but not a lot. In terms of wear and tear, I don't really see a lot. It actually looks really good. Lindsay from Luxe Leather Revival did a really good job of keeping it really pristine. I do see maybe some, I wouldn't say corner wear, but a little bit of a sign that it's not brand new is on the corners here. It's a little bit darker and it has a little bit of a sag. I think the Row bags in general are going to have a patina. They're going to develop their own personality, more so than maybe the Michino bags. And so if you really want a bag that's going to look as good as the first day you got it, then again, I would go with Michino. I think if you're okay with a bag that patinas, gets slouchy, then, you know, the lambskin would probably be fine for you. I think if you have kids, dogs, maybe, you know, pets, you need a bag that's going to be a little more rough and tumble, then I do think the Michino bag is also the one for you. When you look at these, especially the Astras and the lambskin, they kind of have to be sort of like lambskin Chanel bags. They're sort of not going to be your daily carry, and unless you don't mind it really looking worn out in probably like half a year or so. I don't know if there's anything else I need to go over. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess there's differences in the straps. If you do like rolled handles, again, Michino is the one for you. These are just flat strap handles that have been sewn down. I think in terms of pricing, the Michino actually, because of a couple of price increases, are almost on par with these Astras. But yes, I think if you're looking for just maybe one Boston bag to carry you through years of wear and tear, then I think it's got to be Michino. The Row, yeah, is just a little too delicate for everyday use. I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. I know it was kind of quick. I feel like I really went over these 4 bags on their own. I guess which one would I pick? Which one would I consider the winner? I guess if you twisted my arm, I would have to go with Michino, because as much as this is luxurious and feels nice, if I could only use one bag day in, day out, I would have to go with the Michino. It's just gonna last so much longer. I do like the pop of color on the inside. You know, all around, it's a very good bag. So the Astra is definitely more like the cherry on top. But of course, if I can keep both, I will keep both. Or if I can keep all 4, I will keep all 4. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Please pop them down below. I hope this review was enough. If you have specific questions, yeah, I definitely would be happy to answer them. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching till the end, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.